Hey guys, what's going on? Back to you again, and this time I'm going to be doing a ranking video. I know it's been forever since I last made one. I think the last one I did was like on like a horror movie franchise or something, or maybe it was something else. I can't remember. But today's video is, since it's Christmas time, decided to do a video request from a YouTuber, Mandalorian, who suggested that I do a ranking video of all the Home Alone movies. This is one of my favorite franchises of all time since I was growing up as a kid, and I'm sure many of you out there watching this, this is probably one of your favorite holiday franchises also. And yeah, I'm going to be going from best to worst in my personal opinion. So the first one that's the absolute best is the first one, because I mean, uh, like when I saw this movie when I was a young kid, I'd never seen anything like it before. And I loved it when I first watched it on VHS. I didn't have it on VHS, but I bought it from my local library back when they used to have you borrow VHS tapes. And I saw this one on tape for the first time when I was young, and I got hooked, and I loved it. And I watched it countless times on VHS, and then I got it on DVD. This is actually the part. This is actually like this particular copy. Excuse me, is the copy I had to rebuy because the original copy was all scratched up and stuff, I ended up re-getting. It also has different disc art compared to the original DVD I had, and it has different cover art and spine and back art too. And uh but yeah, like I think this is a good cover. I think a lot of people like the original, like a movie poster where it's him, where it's Kevin in front of the door, and then it's Harry and Marv in the background, like outside the door, stuff like that. um but that's a good cover too. But I don't mind this cover either, to be honest with you. I know some people want to stick to the original covers, but I like this cover. I still miss the original cover to this day, but I still like this one too. But yeah, it's written and produced by John Hughes, who did a whole bunch of good ones like Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, Breakfast Club, 16 Candles, all kinds of good stuff. Classic stuff from the 80s and the 90s. And directed by Chris Columbus and released in 1990. And surprisingly, this movie's 31 years old this year, so it's a pretty old movie, but it's still a very good movie. It holds up today. Great Christmas movie. I watch this every year, at least once or twice a year during the holidays. I just can't get enough of it. It's so good. And there were some people when this movie came out saying it wasn't like realistic enough, but I mean, it's like, seriously, do you really have to analyze like every single thing that happens in a movie? Like it's entertainment. It's not supposed to really happen in real life. You know what I mean? But yeah, I like the traps and everything, and the burglars are funny. Joe Pesci, Daniel Stern, Macaulay Culkin is Kevin, John Hurd, who plays Kevin's dad, Peter, rest in peace. He was a good guy. Catherine O'Hara as his mom is great, and Devin Rattray as his older brother Buzz is really good. Um, yeah, all in all, it's a classic Christmas movie. I really like it a lot. And the second one that I'd say is the second best is Home Alone 2 Lost in New York. This one is another one I saw on VHS growing up. Well, that's how I first saw it, was on VHS. And this is actually the first Home Alone DVD I actually had when I was a kid. This is the first one I got. Yeah, I love this one just as much as the first one. To me, it's very true to the first one. To me, it reminds me of the first one, and that's what I like about it. This is up there with like Rocky 2, Ghostbusters 2, Halloween 2, the original. It reminds me of the first one, and that's why I think sequels like that remind you of the first one are just perfect sequels. And this is one of them, and this is one of the best sequels there is. And I know that there were a lot of people saying it was pretty basically a remake of the first one, and Macaulay Culkin even said that. And yeah, it was very similar to the first one, but it was just in a different setting, situation, and it was a different, situation. Instead of him being left alone home by himself by accident, he went on the wrong flight accidentally. So that was basically the only main change of the movie. And he also ends up in New York and runs into Marvin Harry again, and that's basically it. And this also takes place a year after the first movie. This one came out 2 years after the first movie. This came out in '92, and it's a lot longer than the first one. The first one's like an hour and I think it's an hour 45 minutes, hour and 43 minutes, excuse me. And this one is 2 hours long, so it's a lot longer than the other one. But to be honest, it doesn't feel like it. It goes by just like that, and that's really good. That a 2 hour movie can go by that fast. And but yeah, you got everybody returning: Macaulay Culkin, John Hurt, Catherine O'Hara, Joe Pesci, Daniel Stern once again, of course. Devin Rattray as Buzz, only he's a little bit older in here than he was in the last movie. Um, and also, like, the mother looks a little bit different too. She has a haircut and everything. And yeah, I think the traps were like a lot more crazier in this movie, I'd say. And I mean, the first one had some pretty good traps too, but like this one, had some pretty, over the top, freaking crazy traps in this one. You know what I mean? If you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, great sequel. Marvin Harry escape from prison, and they end up in New York City, and they run into Kevin, and try to kidnap him again, and whatever. And he fights back. And the music is great in both these movies. By John Williams, who's done a lot of good movies. Has done a lot of good music for movies. Excuse me, such as Star Wars, Jaws. A whole bunch of good stuff. And the score is absolutely fantastic. And also, you got Rob Schneider in here and Tim Curry. Also, they work at the hotel that Kevin stays in, and that's very good. Um, but yeah, overall, great sequel, and another one I watch every single year. And the next one, Home Alone 3, I don't have. I have to rebuy it at some point, but I will do like a collection video of this series. At some point, maybe next year, I'll do a collection video. I don't have everything here, so I can't really do a collection video. Plus 4 and 5, I don't care. I'm buying at all. So even if I do make a collection video, you're not going to see any of those. But if they do release Home Sweet Home Alone, I might buy it. But I don't know if they'll ever release it on DVD or whatever. Like, it'll probably just be a Disney Plus original. We'll see. But hopefully they'll release it on DVD at some point. But I mean, who knows? We'll have to see. But yeah, Home Alone 3. I know a lot of people don't like that one. That one was a different story. Doesn't have Kevin in it. It's a new family, but it does take place in Chicago once again, so that's cool. And so it's basically a new kid named Alex who has the chicken pox and is homesick, and you know, uh, notices that burglars are breaking into people's houses in the neighborhood. He calls the cops, and by the cops show up, of course, all the bad guys are gone, and it makes it look like he made it all up, making it look like he's the boy who cried wolf, um, which is which is very you know hard on the kid because he's not making it up, but nobody believes him, and they all think he's making it up because he's home and sick and has nothing else to do, which is ridiculous because it's like why do children like make that stuff up? You know what I mean? It's just some adults can be really stupid, like not believe their kids and stuff like that, and that just it bothers me that a lot of parents don't believe their children when they've told them serious stuff, and they're just like, I don't believe it. You're making it up and whatever. Like that doesn't sit right with me. But like for this movie, I understand, why it happens, in this particular movie, and I understand that, like, to me, like, I don't have problems with it. I don't have problems with the movie at all, but, I would say that I would say, like, in real life, the whole parents not believing children, like, that bothers me in real life. Like, this movie, not so much, because this movie, I understand why it's happening, and why, the adults don't believe him, and stuff like that, but, yeah, the it was actually like more villains in this. Like the original first two were only Marv and Harry, and this one had like I think it was like at least It was like four people. It was like three guys and a woman, and they were working for a terrorist organization and stuff like that. And they were looking for this remote control car, and there was a chip in it that they needed. And the kid ends up getting it. Um, yeah, I thought it was really good, very funny. You know, that one I watched on VHS too a lot growing up, and I also um, had it on DVD a long time ago. But I'll have to replace it at some point because I had when I used to collect movies growing up, I had them in this like case, like those like plastic sleeves. But I hated that as I got older, so I got rid of all the other movies and basically got just started recollecting them on DVD, like this one here. So, but yeah, that one I'll re-get at some point, and I'll definitely have to pick up the Blu-rays of two of these and the third one too, which I will show when I do a collection video. Probably next Christmas, I'll do a Home Alone collection video, and then that way, because I don't really have that much of a collection right now, so it's kind of pointless to make a video like that. But I'll definitely do a video like that in the future. If you guys want to see that, let me know. And the fourth one that is really good is Home Sweet Home Alone, the newest one, which I've already talked about that. Yeah, I thought it's much better than 4 and 5. I know that. That's why it's above 4 and 5, because it's an improvement in my opinion. And Home Alone 4 Taking Back the House, which is a really crappy television movie that shouldn't have been made. There's only like a few good actors in that movie. Like the kid who played Kevin, I thought he did fine. The villains, like the burglars, Marv and Marv's girlfriend, those actors were fine. Well, actress who plays Marv's girlfriend was fine too. She's funny. And the guy that plays Mr. Prescott was good. Everybody else was terrible in the movie. And I didn't like how they made it seem like Kevin's parents split up and stuff like that. I'm like, what the hell is that? And like as a kid, I didn't really think about it that much. Like as a kid, I liked it more than I like it now. I don't like it at all right now. Like as a kid, I didn't really like bother with it. It didn't really affect me in any way. Like I was just like, whatever, it is what it is. But now as I got older, not so much. It's terrible. And the fact that they brought Marv back but not Harry. It's like, what the hell is that? It's like, what happened to Harry? And also, like, I didn't like the fact they brought back Marv but not have the original actor back. Yeah, the movie has a whole shit ton of problems, and the fifth one, the Holiday Heist, which is even worse than that one, is the one I'd say is like the worst one. That is number five. Well, actually, um, it's number six on the list. Is Home Alone Holiday Heist, which is like the worst movie ever made in the whole series. It's worse than it makes Home Alone 4 and Home Sweet Home Alone look like masterpieces. Like I'll say that. That's how much I hate the movie, that it makes those other two look like masterpieces. Although I do enjoy Home Sweet Home Alone. Don't get me wrong. I still like Home Sweet Home Alone. I know a lot of people hated it, but I liked it better than Home Alone 4 and 5. But that's just my opinion. Um, yeah, Home Alone 5, The Holiday Heist, is definitely like the biggest abomination of the series, and again, shouldn't have been made. Malcolm McDowell's in it. He's the only good actor in the movie. Everybody else was horrible. I didn't care for any of the characters. The storyline was whack. It also was sort of like a ghost story, which I was like, what the hell is that? And I don't know, it's just all over the freaking place, and I just could not stand it. I never owned it, and I never will, and I will never, ever, ever plan on watching that ever again, because that is a movie in my life that I mean, there was I couldn't even get through all of it, to tell you the truth. Like I was like fast forwarding it because it was such a piece of crap. And that one was a direct to DVD movie, I think, which go figure. But yeah, it was. Oh my god, it was god awful. And hopefully they won't make any more, because I think they just need to give it up and just let the franchise just end. Because I mean, like the more you keep making movies, like the more ideas are just going to be out of whack. You could tell after the third one that they were running out of ideas. Although I did like the idea of Home Sweet Home Alone, but other than that, the other ones, I could care less about. And I did have Home Alone 4 on DVD a long time ago, but I chucked it because it was a piece of crap. So, I'm never buying that again. Well, I actually didn't buy that. I actually got that as a gift when I was a kid, but I threw that out a long time ago, so I don't have it anymore, which is okay with me because I never care to buy it or see it again. So, um, that's my personal opinion. But yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. Hope everyone's doing well. Stay safe out there, and hope everyone's staying warm because it's cold up here in New England, where I live in New Hampshire. It's really really cold. So if you're living someplace where it's really really cold, stay warm and dress warmly. And also, I will see you guys in the next video. That'll probably be on the review for Ghostbusters Afterlife, which I will definitely do a review of next. I'll also be doing reviews of some other Christmas holiday related movies, and I'll probably even do some. I'll definitely do Christmas covers. Christmas song covers. Excuse me. So yeah, you'll have that to look forward to, and other kinds of stuff like that. So stick around and stay safe out there, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.